Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. Hope that you're having a good day so far. For today, we are going to be doing some more word parts. So you want to go to your Google Drive, pull up either your English 1 folder, or you can just do a search for your word parts notes. I have my English 1 folder right here, and my word parts notes are here. It is this table where you fill out the word part, its meaning, and then sample words. Again, you don't have to fill out the definitions of the sample words. So pause if you need to get that pulled up, and then I will go through our word parts for this week. So our first one is X. This is a prefix that means out or from. So for example, exit, right? If you exit somewhere, you are going out. Exhale is to breathe out. Exhume, right, is a word that is you take, typically you talk about it in like terms of like a grave. If you exhume a grave, you're taking it back out of the ground. So X means out or from. All right, next we have micro, which means small. So microscope is an instrument that you use to view things that are very small, and you greatly magnify them to see them better. Microeconomics is a field of study that has to do with small-scale individualized economics versus macroeconomics, which would deal with like the large-scale, like world economics. So micro means small. Arc is a root word. Arc means chief, leader, or ruler. So if you refer to an archangel, it is a high-ranking angel, so like kind of like a leader of the angels. And then if you have someone who is a monarch, they are like the chief or the head of state. Same thing like if you've heard of like an oligarch or anything like that, same idea. You might have also heard of like an arch enemy, right? That's like your main enemy. Okay, so arc or arch means chief, leader, or ruler. Another root word we have is phobia, which means fear. So this is one that you've probably heard of before. So claustrophobia is a fear of confined spaces. Arachnophobia, fear of spiders. There's all sorts of different phobias. My favorite one is triskaidekaphobia, which is the fear of the number 13. But there are lots of different phobias that are out there. So phobia means fear. And then we have a group of suffixes, ick, ack, ill, ile, tick, and ickle. And these all mean of, like, or pertaining to. So if we have a couple of examples here, cardiac means pertaining to the heart. Civil means pertaining to the citizens. And there are tons of other examples, but those are just a couple. So this whole group means of, like, or pertaining to. All right, so once you have those copied down, then you can close your notes for the day, and we will revisit those on Wednesday. And then you're going to complete today's journal. How hard is it to keep a secret? Are there circumstances when you think you should break a promise about keeping a secret? So you need to write at least 3 sentences, proper capitalization and punctuation to receive credit. And remember, on this, you know, if there's a part of the question that you don't think like applies to you, you can either like think about what you would do in a situation or what you have done in a situation. The goal is really just to get you writing every day. So if all you put is, I don't know, that's never happened to me, that's not really accomplishing the goal that we want you to achieve. Okay, so the next thing that you're going to be doing is if you haven't finished your essay paragraph 1 or 2, then you need to get those turned in. And I realize that I have 30 minutes here. It won't be 30 minutes. It'll be about 10 minutes or so for each of them. I'll fix that in a second. But everyone who has turned it in, I have given you feedback. And so you need to check your feedback. If you did not get a check mark or a 5 out of 5 or a complete, then you need to revise and resubmit, and I will have told you that as well. So let me go really quickly to my student view so that you can see what you will need to do. So when you're in student view, you can go to your grades. And this is just a test student, so I'm not exposing anybody's grades here. And you're going to scroll down to expository essay paragraph 1. If you have an X here, that's going to mean that you need to resubmit. And if you have a check mark, that means that you are good to go, but you do still need to read the feedback that I left. If there's a dash, that means that you haven't turned anything in. So like this person, this test student has turned in this paragraph, but not this one. So they would need to revise this paragraph and then work on this paragraph. But you want to make sure you click on the little speech bubbles, which is where I've left you feedback. And since this is just the test student, I didn't like write out actual commentary. But on yours, you'll see things like, hey, don't use a rhetorical question for a topic sentence. Or, hey, you need to have a sentence starter with your concrete detail. Or, this sounds weird, you need to rephrase it. And all of those types of things. So make sure that you're checking that feedback. You can also, if you click on the assignment, it will pull up your submission details, and then it will show you again right here all of that information so that you can go in and revise and resubmit. So you'll take about 10 minutes to do that for expository essay paragraph 1, and then maybe another 5 or 10 minutes to do that for expository essay paragraph number 2. Again, if you haven't turned those in already, then you need to get them turned in today. And then today we're going to be working on our 3rd paragraph. And this paragraph is talking about why we still read Shakespeare today, right? So he, as we learned, lived in the 15 and 1600s, right? This is like 400 years ago. Why do we even still care? Why do we still read Shakespeare? Okay, so I will link some additional instructions here for you if you need them, but you need to get that turned in today as well. If you have questions, you can call into the Zoom question and answer session, or you can email me, or you can send me a message on Canvas. Let me know if you have questions, and I will hopefully be back next week. So I should be there in person to answer questions next week. Have a great weekend, everybody.